Another important rule, when looking at what improvements or how to implement improvements, we need to keep in mind that we don't want to make better and best enemies. A lot of times we do a value stream map and we go, okay, we'd like to fix all these different things at one time and trying to look for the best result. Well, a lot of times that may be a long-term vision that you need to head in that direction, but we want to start taking these steps of making improvements now. So what we don't want to do is make better and best enemies or get bogged down trying to shoot for best each time that we do a value stream map, because the whole point of continuous improvement is making improvements continuously. So always try and keep this in mind anytime you start getting into heated conversation between two areas when you're looking at making a change. You're both trying to make things better, so don't let better and best be enemies. Now we're going to go on to a future state without timing control for this process. So what we've done now is we've gone ahead and we still have our monthly forecast and we still have our weekly release, and we still have a monthly forecast and weekly release to the supplier. We still have our dedicated 3-day transit time. We still have the same ship process in place, but now instead of having the haystack symbol in place in the warehouse, we've actually organized the material, and we've determined that since we at least do ship once a week, that at a minimum we need 5 days worth of space in the warehouse, and then a 1-day buffer should be plenty to get us from one week to another if we at least try to standardize that timing and day that we are going to stage and ship on. So we've gone ahead and eliminated that symbol, and we reduced the inventory quite a bit there. Then the assembly process is basically the same as it was before. The raw whip process, we've organized it, kept the material in FIFO, and we've reduced it from 2 days down to 1. The raw material warehouse, we have reduced down to 6 days by doing the same activity. And now our value stream map shows a total lead time of 16 days plus 68 minutes. And basically our ratio has gone from 7 value to 23,108 non-value. And we have a 48% reduction of non-value added activity in this map. And now the thing is, we've made these changes. Management needs to keep an eye on that departure point at that shipping dock and make sure that we are shipping to the customer's expectations. Now we're going to go over the same map that's a future state with timing control. And what we've done now is we've gone ahead, and if we start back here at the shipping dock, we have changed to a process that ships daily at 2 o'clock. And in order to make this happen, we had to negotiate with the customer to release to us daily and put in place some type of logistic solution that's cost is at least the same amount or less than the method that we were using before, with at least as good of service or better service. And if you've purchased any of the previous trainings, lean management methods for lean logistics, you would see how we go through that process to make that happen. So then next, we also did the same thing on our supply side. We changed to a daily release with daily shipments at 2 o'clock. That timing control standard has now allowed us to understand how much inventory we need at each point better, so we were able to cut the inventory levels down to 2 days, 1 day, and 2 days. Then we also went ahead and added in one more timing control point, and we're conveying the finished goods from the assembly process to the warehouse every 24 minutes. So you can see our dashed line with our Kanban signal coming in and then giving signal to replenish the finished goods warehouse. This in turn allows the person that's responsible for monitoring that inventory level to see it more regularly throughout the day, so that they understand how much they need to keep on hand.